What did one yarn end say to the other? I'm afraid not.
So today is our 100th episode. So yay, 100. Yay. Round of applause. We will be planning November projects today. Welcome to my knitting channel. Why am I always out of breath when I start this show? It's like I'm doing like heavy lifting or something. I'm not. I don't know why I'm always out of breath. I was just brushing my hair. I think I got it a little too wet before starting. I'm not wearing anything today. I'm wearing my robe as usual. I've started physical therapy, not yesterday, the day before, and I am so sore. So I didn't feel like getting dressed, so I didn't. Welcome to chronic pain. It sucks because like when I go, whenever I've had physical therapy or any type of therapy for my pain issues, massage is one of those. I usually feel great that day, like after it's done, like if I'm doing exercises, or this time I got a massage and I felt great afterwards, and then like the whole rest of the day I feel good, and then I wake up the next morning and I feel like I've been hit by a truck. Like everything hurts. All the muscles that were massaged were like cramping, like just, you know, like when you wake up with leg cramps. That happens to me. Like every morning I wake up and my legs are contracting. Like this time they did a myofascial release on my abdomen, and so I woke up just with my abdomen muscles like this, like just clenched. So I've been doing all of my exercises to undo that, and just nothing's working. My tree is losing all the leaves. All the leaves are falling off. So she was gorgeous for like a week or two, and now all the leaves are falling off. I have nothing to update you on, I don't think. I did not sleep last night. I stayed up till 4 a.m. my time, which is when the Stephen West, the famous Stephen West MKAL clues were released at 4 a.m. my time. So I was up till 4 a.m. I actually stopped working on the shawl at like, I think 1:30, 1-ish, I think. And then I was like, I'm going to go to bed because I know I'm going to wake up at like 6 or 8 and to be like, oh my gosh, the last clue, right? So no, I could have stayed up working for another 3 hours and been done, mostly done, because I did not do the embellishments. I am going to, because I think they're amazing, but I just don't have, I'm still working on the strips. And I did see Clue too. So he went where I thought he was going to go when I laid it out and looked at the strips and the live stitches we had left. I was like, so it did go where I thought it was. And what I said is we still have to finish the bottom because those loops are just hanging. So those things happened. But I haven't seen anyone say anything about it. I'm still seeing people rip them out and be mad about it. So, which is fine. It's fine, but I don't see the need to bash the designer because of it. And here's the thing with the famous Stephen West. I am not a huge I am a huge fan, but I'm not. Like, I appreciate his talent and his vision, and I think he's really important to where knitting is going, to the future of knitting. He sees things in an amazing way, and a way that I don't see them. And he's always pushing the boundaries of what I think knitting can do and can be. And I love that he's taking it, he's kind of dragging us into the future where it's not so like grandma, you know what I mean? Where he's updating it, keeping it modern and relevant, and I absolutely love that. Now, most of his stuff, most everything, is not my personal style, because obviously I like things that are black and plain, and he's very colorful and very texture, shapes, all these, he just throws everything together. And I think I would like his stuff if it was just like shades of black. I would probably like it better. But I love looking at them, and I think they're really works of art. The fan stitch, and the painting, the bricks and the honeycombs, all of the exploration stage, they're all amazing. Even his modular stuff is amazing. But it's not my personal style. But I love looking at them, and I love seeing everyone's interpretations and what colors they use and stuff. So I think he's amazing. I think he's the most amazing designer we have right now. I just absolutely love what he's doing. But then on the other side, I also love the people that are trying to make it like vintage and retro. I love that too. I love that that we have both, I guess, is what I love. Anyway, if you're being a crybaby and you frog your stuff, I feel real bad. I am not. I am seeing this through to the end, especially seeing the last clue. I think it's exactly Stephen West. I think it looks like all his other stuff. I think it's all different, but it all looks the same, if that makes any sense. Like if you see one of his designs, you know it's one of his designs. I just feel like I just know that they're all his, and they all look similar. So yeah, I'm excited to finish. I don't know if I'm going to finish in a week. I'm going to try. What I did not like about this shawl is that I prefer semicircle or crescent or V's even. What I don't like is working both sides. Okay, here's the thing. And I touched on this the other time, last week, was that when he did this, I knew what to expect. I knew it was going to be modular, because he's been doing so much of that the last couple of years, and shawlography was not modular. So I'm like, we're going to get some modular, picking up stitches. And I hate picking up. That's why I hate modular knitting. I hate picking up stitches. I absolutely hate it. And my color for like almost all the I-cords is black. So all of my picking up stitches are in black yarn. So I can't see what I'm doing. So it was going to be modular. I knew there was going to be lots of I-cords. I knew there was going to be short rows. I knew there were going to be twisted stitches. There was a fifth thing. And cables. So I knew going into this, there were 5 things that I was going to hate. Like 5 things that I hate doing. But I knew I was going to learn a whole lot, and I did. And I haven't even started the last clue, but I'm super excited to get there. I am on the second, I'm on the last repeat, and then I have a half repeat. So I'm almost done. I switched to DPNs because there's only 25 stitches, so I switched to DPNs for that. I did finish my cables, and even though it didn't say in the pattern, I mirrored the S one, this S one. These were like the same, and I mirrored them instead, so they're meeting up opposite, so they mirror each other. So that's the only modification I made to the pattern, was changing the way the S curves. I just did it so it curved the other way, so it would mirror. So my strips are, I have not blocked any of this because who has time to block before they start the next? I have not finished any of these before. I think the first clue I finished right before, like the night before. And this one I did not finish. It took me a couple days. And then this, I'm not even done. I'll be done today. So I'll be able to start the last clue today, the day it comes out. But I'm behind. So I did these on DPNs because the circulars were just not working. For the cord was bending the wrong way, which is weird because I have red lace chiagus. I have fixed, and I have 2 fixed 32 inches, and then I have the interchangeables. And for some reason, the cord on one side was not flipping right. And, I think it was just everything, because you're flipping this, and I'm trying to get this not get tangled, so you can work on it. And then the cord, so I just switched to DPNs and put some protectors on the edge. Because I couldn't take it, and it was way easier to just do that way. I absolutely love my colors. I love the colors I chose. I am so excited to have this finished. I didn't expect it to be so wide, I guess, and not so long. But when he modeled it at the end of the clue, I really loved how it looked. So, and that's how I wear my shawl. So I'm excited to have this done. I'm excited for the experience again of the it's just fun, even though it was really frustrating this year not being able to get anything done on time. One thing that I wanted to mention, when working the strip with the twisted stitches, because I haven't done a lot of twisted stitches, again, because it irritates me and I don't see the point. Also, when I do rib, a lot of time when I do twisted stitches, twisted rib, they twist the knit. Usually I've done it in the round. So they twist the knit, which doesn't work for me because my pearls are looser. Anyway, whenever I do the rib and the twisted rib in the round, it's actually half twisted rib, right? If you only twist one. The ribbing looks better on the other side for me. So I typically have to switch it to twist the pearls, which is fine. I don't care which one I'm twisting, really. They're both a pain in the ass, so I don't care which one I'm twisting. But I usually forget when I'm doing it which one I have to twist. And then it's... The dog is right outside. What was I saying? The twist... So that's why the twist, I always, and it ends up on the wrong side for me. And then it's never as stretchy as the other one. So what I learned here, because I don't normally do twisted stitches, like I said, this was really easy because you're only, besides the cabling, if you ignore the cabling, because I don't understand cabling either. I mean, like how to fix it if you've made a mistake. Because I'm one of those, if I make a mistake, I like to drop down and be able to fix it. Only this I didn't understand. There were 2 different things going on, so I wasn't understanding what to do. She's yelling at her dog. Probably 'cause she's chasing squirrels, because there are a million squirrels out. So, this was, there's only 5, you're only working with 5 twisted stitches, which made it easier for me to learn how they were twisted and how it worked and how you could tell they were twisted and all that. So I was able to, if it wasn't too far down, because I didn't want to mess with the cabling, I could fix it I could fix. Some I forgot to like knit in the back loop because I got confused with the cabling. The cabling and the twist was confused to have both. So I don't think I learned anything about cables. I mean, I guess I did in the other clue. I learned that really don't care either way about them, and I didn't find them difficult at all. I assume if I did them more, it would be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Intuitive. Because, I like to read my work, and that's how I like to knit. I don't like to have to keep referring back to the pattern and go line by line. I absolutely hate that. I like to just look at what I'm doing and just go from there. So I think if I did cables more, it would probably be intuitive if I started understanding the cabling, if I knew how often to cable and stuff like that. Because I'm still getting used to counting rows because your row is still on the needle even though you did it, and that's confusing to me. So I do a lot of keeping track of where I am. I use a lot of those bulb stitch markers to mark a stitch on a row so I can count and figure out. You've seen my things where I mark every increase just so it's that I do so I can learn how to read my knitting better. So yeah, I'm super excited about this shawl, and I had so much fun. I'm really not looking forward to doing both sides again, like to work through both sides, because I think it's basically the chevrons and that pattern, it looks like, although I didn't look at it closely. And I hate stripes. I hate stripes. So of course he always stripes everything because you're working with a million colors. No brioche though, and I love brioche. So, well, I mean, I don't really like flat 2-color brioche. He probably didn't do brioche because everyone always wants a brioche substitute. So that would irritate me. Fine, you don't get brioche. I'm excited to get this done, though. Very excited. Okay, so that's my only whip. Obviously, that's all I've been working on. I'm really glad for it to be over because it's so hard. It's been such a pain to keep up with. If you're doing it, it's been so hard to keep up with. There's a lot of clues. I don't know why I feel like shawlography was easier, and I'm not sure if it was. But I feel like it was. Okay. I have squishy mail for you. Webb's had a sale a couple weeks ago. Some garage thing, or just a garage sale. I don't know what it was. I got some yarn. First thing I got was Muumitalo. Novita Muumitalo. Is this a cartoon or something? I don't know what this is. I wanted something, it was cheap, and it's almost a flesh color pink. It looked more peachy in the thing. But I wanted a soft pink for a top to wear under stuff. It says Moomin characters, so it's something Chinese, Japanese. I don't know. I am not familiar with Moomin. Is that the thing that looks like a hippo? I don't know. And I don't have children, so I don't know if this is a children thing or a grown-up anime thing. And we've already gone over that. I don't like animated anything unless it's Maleficent. So yeah, this is very... It's 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Oh my god, hello Bree. I'm looking for a color and I'm not seeing any color. A lot of it is in Chinese. I'm assuming Chinese. DK, I can't even find 100 grams, 246 yards. It's a cute pink. It's a nice light pink. Not quite skin colored as I wanted it to be, but that's okay. They were cheap, so I bought them because I was buying other stuff. One of the other things I got was Juniper Moon Farm Neve, Neve, Neve. Nerve. This is 100% cotton. 100 grams, 222 yards. So this is a worsted weight. It is, what you call it? A chainette. That's why I got it, a cotton chainette. I got it for a top. It is a very pink. It's not quite fluorescent, but it is this bright, but not that fluorescent-y. Hi, baby. So I got 2 of these. I don't remember how much they were. Does it have a color? No. Color 61. Peruvian Pima cotton. So top. It's going to be a top for summer. Because I am liking how the cotton feels. The Pima cotton top that actually that's what I'm wearing under my thing that I didn't want to show you. So I've found the chainettes to be a bit softer, no matter what the fiber, that they just seem softer. I'm assuming it's the construction of being chained instead of plied. I mean, chaining is a sort of ply, right? I don't know. I found them to be softer, so I wanted to see if the cotton would be softer. Then what I got, I was really excited to. This color is gorgeous. It's like a orchid. Oh, wow. No, it is not that pink. It is more purple. No, you're not getting the right color. It's not this pink. It's a purple. It's like an orchid, like a purpley pink. It's not this pink. This is Andean Dream from Cascade. We all know I love Cascade. Color number 20. It is 40% baby llama, 40% merino wool, and 20% nylon. I wanted this for top because baby llama, and I don't have any baby llama. 100 grams, 219 yards. I love trying different bases, and that's why I joined Knitcrate in the first place, was to try different bases, not cheaply, affordably. So back when Knitcrate was like $26, it's $25.99, including shipping and everything, $25.99, and you got 2 skeins of usually a merino blend, typically merino blend. And that's why I started Knitcrate, was because, I can try out different bases. And back then they didn't let you pick the color, but I would just dye it black if I didn't like the color. It wasn't a big deal because most of them are protein fibers, and that's actually how I got into dyeing, was over dyeing Knitcrate stuff that I didn't like. So whenever someone like Webs is having a sale, I always go and see if there's little gems like this of stuff that I can try out, because I'll just make a top and see if I like it. As long as it's non-superwash, I'll make a top out of it. If it is superwash, I'll make a shawl. So because I love trying out new fibers, and I haven't tried baby llama before, and it's very soft. Not as soft as alpaca, but up there, and it's got kind of a hairy, not really a halo, but a bit of, hairiness coming out of the ply. Not like a smooth merino. It is grabby. I can feel it grabby already. The color is very pretty. It's not this pink. It's a warmer purple, but it's like a lilac orchid color. It's not this pink. I got a lot of pink. They did not have a lot of colors, and this I was like, well, I can overdye this if I want to. And this I was hoping would be a little bit more skin tone, but it'll be fine to wear under stuff. I wanted something kind of nude to wear under stuff that won't show. Okay, so that's what I got from Webs. I'm pretty sure the sale's over, but whatever. So that's just tops. God, I make a lot of tops. I make a lot of tops. I make a lot of the bonjours. I make a lot of shawls. I guess I have a type. November projects. So this is what we're planning for November. I got a new phone, and it doesn't have the thing on the back for my finger, which was a pain because my nails couldn't get too long or my finger wouldn't fit in the hole. But now, like, it's on the front. You have to do your fingerprint on the front, and it's really annoying because I never put my finger the right way, and it never gets it. Anyway, November. Well, first of all, we have some stuff to finish up. So, first to finish is the Burdock Shawl. That was last month's dye project. I have not touched this since we started Twists and Turns. Where is it? Here it is. So this is Barocco Ultra Alpaca, and the black was just whatever their black was, and the purple I dyed. It was two bear skeins that I dyed. Last month, September, to this purple color. So here I am, just here. This is all we've got. So hopefully I don't have any trouble going back to it, which will start. I'll just start as soon as Twist and the mystery knit along is done. I'll just start this because this really doesn't take very long, and then we're done. Then we can have a giant shawl. So yeah, that I haven't seen it in so long. It's big. It's a lot bigger than I remember it being. So we have that to finish. We also have cast iron hat, double layer cast iron hat that I frogged all the way back. This will be my night project as soon as the MKAL is done. I still haven't made a decision on whether I'm going to leave it at the 72, no, 8 plus 96. I went up to 96. I'm not sure if I'm going to tink back and go back to the 88, and I don't want to move forward until I've made that decision. I don't know if I should trust myself with the 88. Or if I should go ahead with the 96. I'm like paralyzed by this decision. I'm paralyzed by the decision. Like I don't know what to do. Then we have our Cotton Basic Uru.Yarn DK top. This is the full length one. We already did this in a cropped version, just like this. This one's Pavement. This is Stardust and Pavement. So we have this full length top to make. Also have this to make, and a full length top. So those will be my next two tops. So that's what we're going back to after I'm done with the MKAL. But that's September projects that we didn't finish. So after those are done, I don't expect those to take me too long. That hat is not going to take me very long. Plus, it's a nighttime thing, so it's not even going to matter. So what I have for November itself is number 1 pattern is Abrazo by Laura Nelkin. This is the vest, the super bulky vest that I want as a layering piece for winter, so I can wear my shirts and sweaters and cardigans and have an extra layer of warmth. We're going to be using, you've seen this before. This is Uru.Yarn Chonk. And you have seen this last year. It's a Shiraz in the City. This is, I believe, a chainette. Is it a chainette? I think it's a chainette. It is 82% merino wool, 18% Peruvian Pima cotton, super bulky, 109 yards, 100 grams. The colorway is Shiraz in the City, which is, it's a hard to describe color. It's a gray. I'm going to go with gray. It's also kind of purpley and kind of brown. I'm on the fence of whether I want to over dye this or not. So because I have 5 of these, I will probably have enough to make two. How much did this say this needs? Because I'll probably just use this 300. So this will take like 3, so I won't have enough to do 2. Designed to fit with 2 inches of negative ease. So who knows? Maybe I'll use all 5. I don't know. I don't have anything else to make with this though. I know I have 5 of them. So I'll just, I guess, use up what I can. I don't know. I haven't looked at that pattern to see what it actually does, but that's the color I'm going to use for it. And maybe after I'll dye. But I don't know. It's enough. It's a dark enough that I think I can wear it with most of my stuff. The next thing, I'm going really fast in this episode. Super bulky. I'm trying to find out what this is calls for. What is that noise? I keep hearing that noise like every time I'm out here and I don't know what it is. 227 grams to 150 yards. Anyway, I don't think it matters because it's a layering piece. Hi, Torm. I finally see my orange kitty cat. Bree is right there out of frame. She's right there. She's right here out of frame. She's right by the bench. So 227, 150. That's like double. Yeah, I don't know. I hate when there's such a thing between. There's such a Did she just walk across there? They have to be together all the time. There's such a big difference in the super bulkies, and we know I hate bulky yarn. I mean, yeah, your projects get done real fast, but I mean, that doesn't matter because I have an unending list. So finishing something quickly is not a big deal for me because I have a million things after. Like, I literally have, oh my God, this cat has my heart. I love him so much. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Psst, psst. Meow. Oh, did you hear him? He goes, brr. He's so cute. Do you have an animal that it like hurts your heart when you look at them? It hurt like it. See, she gotta follow him. They're best friends. Their relationship is kind of weird because they're not like a married couple. They're not like boyfriend girlfriend, and they're not like father and daughter. I'm not sure they're best friends either. It's kind of like, we call her his ward. His ward, like it's just a child he looks after. Which I think is but oh my gosh, they just play all day. That's all they do. I love them so much. Anyway, what am I talking about? I hate bulky yarn, and I hate the discrepancies between the yardage. It's usually a good indication of thickness to take the yardage and measure that against the weight of fiber. So if you have 100 grams and you have 219, 220 yards, that's a good indication of worsted weight, right? So if you see something that is like 4-ply, 100 grams, 220 yards, you're going to know what you can make with that, with how many skeins you need for your particular body. Like how I can use 2 and get a crop top and a full length top out of two of these. I know that if I'm using DK and I have about 250 yards, which this is 246, I know I can do the same thing in DK. I know that. Super bulky and bulkies, the discrepancy is so huge that you don't always know what you can eat between bulky and super bulky. And even stuff like some of the art yarns, not mohair because that's classified as lace, but some other things like the tapes and other stuff are classified as bulky yarn, but then when you work it up, it's not bulky, it's very airy. And so bulky and super bulky are some of those that just irritate me because there's such a huge discrepancy that I can't ever count on. If I'm not using the yarn that is called for, which I really never do, I don't think I ever use the yarn called for in things because either I don't have access to it, it's too expensive, or it's discontinued. So it's a lot of times I don't ever use it. So they're really active today. It's hard to substitute yarns if you haven't seen it, if you're not familiar with the yarn. And a lot of times they don't tell you how it's spun. Like there is a difference between worsted spun and woolen spun. I don't know what those differences are. I know woolen gives you more air, so you actually get more yardage out of the same weight of fiber. And they're supposed to be warmer because there's trapped air in it, and also lighter because you have more yardage to the yardage to weight of fiber. Does that make sense? So you'll get more using less. Does that make sense? The next thing that I'm planning on making, again, you've seen a lot of time. It is Brianna's Reunion Capelet by Scottish Princess. I've made this at least 3 times before, because the first time I made it in acrylic just to see how much I would use before I bought, because again, bulky is a super bulky. I wanted to buy wool, and I typically don't buy bulky, and this called for loops and threads charisma, which is acrylic, so I wouldn't use that. So I did make this in a acrylic first time, and I absolutely loved it. Oh my god, I wore it like the whole season. I was like, this is fantastic, because I have this great pin that looks Nordic, and I was like, oh my god, this is so perfect. And I've done it in 2 times since then, and the yarn was not right, and one of them is what I did, the Uru Chonk that I just showed you, not tight enough. It was not it was too light, and so the capelet itself was too bendy, which is not what I wanted. So I got this Hygge, I think it's called Hygge wool, 100 grams, Novita. This. So I must have got it at Webb's. Novita. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice. Both the same brand. Natural Collection, Hygge wool, 100 grams, 65 yards. And this is the single ply. It is. It looks almost It looks pretty tightly spun. 100% wool. It doesn't say what kind. So Hygge wool. I don't know if that's telling me something that I don't know. Made in Helsinki, Finland. There is no color on here. I don't even know if there's a number. It does not say. So this, I'm going to try to over dye this. This is going to be a dye project because I don't mind gray, but for this piece, I did want it black. However, I'm just going to try to darken this gray to be more of a charcoal color. I'm not sure of dyeing this yarn. It's got me a little nervous. First of all, I have 4 of them. I hope that'll be enough. Should be enough. Because I know 5 was plenty for the other one. So I have 4 of these. I think this is closer to, I bought this a while ago and I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure, like I said, the yardage to grams was closer to the stuff I used the first time that I really liked. Or the stuff I used the second time I really liked too, but they were 2 different colors and I didn't want to over dye the other color because it's this black cherry and it's a gorgeous color, and I was like, I don't want to over dye that. Actually, I have a picture of it. I'll show you. So I got this yarn from, what do you call, Knitcrate. It was another Knitcrate box, and I think I got 2. One was like a bluey, it was like a bluey, purpley blue, but it was really, really washed out and I did not like it. So I dyed that one black, and then I had another color that was dark cherry. So I had 2 of each. This is what I had. So I made the capelet, and this is what it looked like. But I hated that it was these colors because it looked like a circus tent kind of thing. So I frogged it so I could use them in something else that I haven't used yet. So this is Vitalana Heathered Chunky. Yeah, black cherry. So this is 60 yards, 100 grams. So this is exactly the same yardage as this. I think they're both single ply too. I have not looked at the other. I don't know where the other stuff is. I'm pretty sure I went looking for something that had the same yardage to grams that so I could get the same. The thing is, I'm not sure I have other than that. Well, so I guess that's almost the same. I was able to over dye that black with no problem, so maybe I can over dye this. I'm nervous I'm going to shrink it or felt it because it's a single ply. And I'm also worried how it's going to take color, which I guess I shouldn't worry because the plied is just a bunch of single plies. So I guess I shouldn't worry about how it's going to take. I get nervous when it's something I haven't dyed before. I do want it black though, but I think I'm going to go with a charcoal just to break up the color because I wear this over, black. Most of my outerwear is black. Most everything I make is black. Who am I kidding? But it would be okay if it was a dark charcoal, then it would just stand out on the black. Because really, I would love everything to be a deep dark black. I'm not even kidding you. I really would. I would have no problem with that at all. Just layering black upon black upon black. I don't have any problem with that. Why don't I dye everything black? Probably for you guys? I don't know. I'm thinking I might do a just darken this. It's a medium gray. It's not a light gray. It's a pretty dark gray. It's just too gray. I need more of a charcoal, I think. So this is going to be a dye project, which means I have to skein all these. I have to turn these into hanks so I can dye them. Again, single process dye. This is not going to be a hard dye, but I think we're going to go charcoal because I do a lot of black and that's not really interesting. I can have one piece that's charcoal. I really want to see how that charcoal, like how dark I can get it without it going black. So this might end up black. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing. And this is next weekend, right? Dye project? No. Yes, next weekend. Because next week is finished objects. Which I'm probably going to have one thing. So that weekend is dye project weekend. But Laughing Cat Fibers is doing a trunk show at my LYS. So I'm going to that on one of the days. So I actually need a simple project because I actually have plans on one of the dye project days. So that's my plan for next month. That's a lot of stuff to get through. But you'll still have a dye project. I was going to try to skip dye project for November because I have so many projects to get done that didn't get done this last month. Not like anything needs to get done. It's all of my deadlines are self-imposed, so it's not like anything really needs to be done. That's kind of dumb. But I think we'll be able to get the Burdock Shawl finished and the Abrazo finished, which are like two biggies. The Brianna Capelet takes like 3 days. So once it's dyed up, it'll be done quickly. It's just short rows, garter short rows. It's a very easy pattern. You just keep making wedges. So the cast yarn hat's very quick too. That will take a few days. And then my top doesn't have to get done at all. It's not a big deal. But anyway, I do want that Burdock Shawl finished. Get it off the needles and be done. But I'm still got to finish. I still got a week of twists and turns to finish. So I don't think that's going to be done in a week. I don't think I'm going to be done in a week. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to not lose steam. Because I'm like, oh, you just got to do one side and then the other side again, which is what I am disliking about the construction of this shawl, is that you do one side and then you do the same thing on the other side. And by the time I do that, I'm already done doing the first. I'm like, I'm over this. I'm overdoing the first thing the first time. I don't want to do it again. And then this I don't know if this one does like the other one did, where you purled the whole thing and my brain couldn't take it. I haven't looked at the pattern, so I don't know the difference in the two sides. But then after the two sides, you're done, and then it's just the bottom. So once I get the two sides done, I think I'll be fine. I'm worried because its strip is really long and I don't want to pick up stitches through the whole thing. I'm like, is that going to take me forever? I'm trying to think of how many stitches I had, like 40 stitches or something. I don't remember. Oh. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the MKAL? Are you doing the MKAL? Are you going to give up now that you've seen the last clue? Are you giving up, or are you going to power through and finish it? I'm going to finish it because I'm not a crybaby. I like that I called a bunch of people crybabies. It was a hard year. I don't remember I've only done it the 2 times because I'm not brave enough to do. I only started once I could like dye my own yarn. But then last year I didn't even dye. I tried to dye my own yarn, but then I didn't. I went with Cascade Heritage sock anyway. I don't know though. I see a lot of people frogging. I wonder how many people are going to start frogging now that the last clue's out, if they're going to be like, nope. It's the same thing we've been doing the whole time, so I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to finish. Hopefully I don't think I'm going to. Are you going to finish in a week? I'm not going to finish in a week. There's no way I'm going to sit here in a week and show you a finish. Oh my God, what if I do though? Probably not. Because I still got to do those embellishments. I don't think I can do all of that. Well, I should probably stop chatting and go finish, shouldn't I? I don't know why I'm still talking. I'm leaving so I can finish my shawl and not be so behind, because I want to get this done so I can finish everything from last month that I didn't get done. Come back next week for finished objects and see if I finish the shawl or not. Who knows? It's going to be a surprise. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time.